Hey gang, welcome to the LinkedIn Academy. I am so excited that you guys are here, and it is my guarantee that over the next couple of months that you go through this content and you learn and apply what you're learning, you will learn more in this one program than you have learned in the last 3 programs that you spent money on to learn about LinkedIn. That is my goal. That is my goal. So I am so excited that you have discovered, and you will discover if you haven't already, the blue ocean of opportunity that I call LinkedIn, and you will discover as well. There's no better place to be right now if you are in social selling, or you have a high-end coaching service to sell, or you have a high buy-in product like a franchise to work with people and find and sort through and sift and network and create a funnel of opportunity. So I hope you're ready to go swimming in this big blue ocean. Many of you may have read the blue ocean and know that historically the red ocean is where there's tons of competition. Everyone's trying to stand out, and it's really hard to be unique and different, right? And the blue ocean is a mass opportunity to create a brand new market that you're going to do for yourself and your brand on this platform over the next couple of months. So before we dive in, I want to tell you just a little bit about myself. I actually was a corporate professional who started building a business in network marketing alongside my day job. It was through my strategic tactics and organizational skills of recruiting and really fine-tuning my recruitment process on LinkedIn that allowed me to grow and scale my business to 6 figures in less than 2 years while working full-time with 2 little kids, right, in a big corporate job. From there, I realized I was onto something. So I was continually getting incredible, viable leads for people who are interested in the business off of LinkedIn, and realized that there was a whole industry of coaching for me to not just be coaching this to my downline, but to be raising the bar for the entire industry of network marketing by showing other network marketers how they could build out their own value proposition in e-commerce and present themselves on a professional platform like LinkedIn and lead with the business opportunity 100% of the time. I know it sounds like a dream for some of you, but I'm here to tell you for the last 3 years, I've exclusively recruited off of LinkedIn, exclusively found business partners to lock arms with, and I have found an abundance of joy and collaboration. No more bait and switch, trying to convince people that they're interested in something that they just wanted to consume. I cut straight to the chase and talking about a financial opportunity in e-commerce, leveraging the gig economy, right? Okay, so that's a little bit about my story. What I do want to say is that this program is really is designed for you to build out week over week, month over month. This is not a quick fix, flip the switch, and you have massive lead generation because you hit play on one video. I'm going to walk you through the agenda here in a minute, but you're going to go through a journey and a series of videos between 3 and 6 months, depending on the program that you're a part of. And it's going to be the long-term application, the long-term changes, the consistent actions that you take on your end based on what you're learning to grow and scale and create your funnel and lead generation of future business builders, okay? Now, again, you may be watching this because you're part of a private group mastermind. You may be a part of my group academy, or you might be a private client that I am walking through with you, holding your hand step by step. So each has a slightly different curriculum, and I'm going to encourage you to go back to your email. When you enrolled, the day you purchased your program, you were sent an email with your call schedule and agenda. So go check your spam if you can't find it. But if you've made it here, you probably have a hold of it, okay? So here's what the coursework looks like. Regardless of which program you came in on, you should be pacing out weekly with learning some content self-paced, then coming to your group call or one-on-one call with me privately having done your end of the work and started to do the application, because what I have found over the last 2 years of coaching this is that you as a student are going to grow and scale so much faster. Your learning curve is going to be super steep if you're willing to do the work between the coaching calls, hitting play and applying. Because then when you come to the call prepared to ask me questions about your experience and what you're seeing and what you're hearing and what you tried, right? So it's uber important that you do your work and I'll do mine as your coach, okay? So I can't underscore that enough. So here is where your journey starts. I'm just going to walk you through kind of your journey of what you're going to be doing with the program. I like to say that the first couple of weeks and the first couple of modules, you're going to be learning how to build out the car that you are later going to drive, okay? So the first couple of weeks, I'm progressively going to be teaching you how to build out your brand and presence on LinkedIn. And then in the second half of your training, we're going to roll up our sleeves and you're going to rev the engine and I'm going to show you how to drive it, how to drive leads into your inbox, out of the inbox, onto the phone, and close your call, and how you create some automation and pre-qualifiers along the way, okay? So again, you're going to build the car and then you're going to drive the car. So what are the first couple of modules that you're going to learn about when you're building out your car or building out your LinkedIn profile? Some of you are going to be at different variations of your journey on LinkedIn. Some of you have not even set up a profile. So my program is designed that even when you hit play in the beginning, if you have zero experience, I'm going to be teaching you how to literally optimize your profile. Now, maybe you already have a profile. Maybe you think you already know everything. Maybe you've already gone through some training and you want to skip through. I encourage you to not do that. I encourage you to slow down and go through the modules, even the ones that you think you already know, because there's a twist. There's a plot twist on how you use LinkedIn when you are recruiting for a financial opportunity versus looking for a job. Big, big difference. So if the last time you were on LinkedIn, you were brushing off your resume and looking for an opportunity, or the last time you were coached on LinkedIn, you were working on really boasting about yourself versus identifying what your value proposition is and why people would be curious about what you have to offer to actually improve their life, grow and scale a business for them. This is why I encourage you to slow down, pump the brakes, go back and start at module 1, even if you think you know everything. I'm a corporate professional who used LinkedIn for over 10 or 15 years before flipping the switch over to social selling, and through years of research, years of training on LinkedIn, I have customized and designed how you build out your profile as a business owner in social selling, not an employee boasting their credentials, okay? So I don't know that I can say it any clearer, but go back to the very beginning. Now, secondly, what I also wanted to tell you guys is that when we first launched the LinkedIn training, I started by coaching you on what I call your storefront, which is your landing page on LinkedIn, your profile page. We went straight into coming up with your headline, coming up with your banner. And then after that, we got into a little bit of personal branding workshops. What we found over the past year and a half is that students wanted the branding training first because it helps them then get more clarity on what their headline should be. And this will all make sense in the future, so don't worry. But what we found is that rolling your sleeves up and going straight to your profile and your banner and your headline before having clarity on who it is you're trying to attract creates working a little bit backwards. So you'll find that moving forward and launching in this academy, our very first module hones right in on who you're trying to attract. So don't be surprised in the first module where you truly have to roll up your sleeves and really do some self-reflection on who are you, what is your brand, and then who are you trying to attract. Be patient with the process, journal, write these things down, because then we're going to segue into module 2 and module 3, and all that work the homework you did in Module 1 is going to feed into the following modules on really building out your storefront. I like to say that LinkedIn, your landing page is truly your virtual business card, right? You have to be clear on who you're trying to attract and what your value proposition is, which is a whole exercise in itself, multiple exercises, before building out your profile. So just wanted you guys to be aware of that. So that's what we're going to be doing in the first couple of modules. Then we're going to get into your summaries and your value proposition. This is going to be some brainstorming for you. Then you're going to be able to bring it back to the group and we can share insights and get feedback. And then this is where the fun starts. We're going to start rolling up our sleeves and we're going to start growing a targeted audience. See, I do this on purpose. I don't have you growing and scaling your appropriate network until your storefront is ready. Because the moment you start sending requests to connect with an ideal candidate for your business, what's going to happen? They're going to click on your profile and go check out what you're about. And I want to make sure that you have your I's dotted and your T's crossed with your value proposition before you hit the superstar's inbox who's going to come check you out, right? So we'll get to the growing the network. I'm going to share with you winning scripts that have worked for me and hundreds of clients who I've coached before to create lead generation, okay? We're going to get there. And then I'm going to teach you from there. This is where we're going to tie it in a nice little bow as far as building out the car. I'm going to teach you some income producing activity sequences on a routine basis that you can be following that are going to help you begin to grow and scale your pipeline before you even start to drive your car, okay? All right, so that's the first couple of modules. Now, the back half where we start driving the car, there's going to be some heavy lifting where I'm going to be challenging you to actually create, if you have not already, a short business opportunity video, because you are going to own your business like the business professional that you are. And I'm going to teach you how to use this as a pre-qualifying tool with survey questions. Yes, survey questions to help you pre-call plan as these people become automated into your calendar. For example, I checked this morning, I have 4 people on my calendar on Monday who found themselves through my attraction marketing that I'll be teaching you guys on LinkedIn. They went to my landing page, my LinkedIn page. They looked over my video. They clicked on my calendar link. They answered survey questions, and they want to learn more, right? This is where we are going to get you guys over a period of time. But we have to get your storefront right first. We have to grow the right network first. And we have to get your branding on target. But I'm here to tell you there are thousands upon thousands of humans who need what you have to offer. It's a matter of you positioning it and branding it in a way that connects and resonates with them, and they see the value proposition as the business opportunity that it truly is in e-commerce, right? Okay, so that's going to be the first part of driving the car. Secondly, or thirdly, actually, because we're going to do the videos, I'm going to teach you how to create some automation. And then some of you have been heavily leading with product on other platforms like Instagram and Facebook. And some of you are going to be pleasantly surprised that you lead with the business and close with the business 100% of the time, which means from the moment the prospect gets on the phone, they want to talk business. So we're actually going to do some role playing. And we're going to talk about how you position and what the anatomy of that call looks like to close a prospect on LinkedIn who's come to you 100% for the business. Tried and true sales model that I used back in my pharma days, that have applied to my network marketing days, that I still use today to close people who privately want to work with me on LinkedIn. So it's a very tried and true model that you'll learn and get to practice and give feedback to your peers in small group settings. And then lastly, I'm going to be teaching you organization, because once you begin to get into that steady state of flow, which is what we call it, when you get into flow and you're getting all these leads constantly, You can't depend on your message feed to keep you organized. You have to have an organized customer relations database to hold you accountable for follow-up. And some of you already have those, right? And I'll be training on one specific that you can apply to any that you use, and I'll teach you my follow-up formula. But more than anything, not only are you guys going to hear best practices from me, you're going to be learning from each other. Unless you're a private client watching this, you're going to be learning from each other with your questions and your scenarios. And you're going to be working through the projects together, and you're going to see in your private Facebook page where you're prompted to share your work, give each other feedback. It's going to give you insights, right? There's going to be a lot of value in that, and you're going to get out of this program what you put in. So I'm going to say that one more time. You are going to get out of this program what you put in. So if for the next couple of months you just hit play and you never actually hit the homework assignments and print out the sheets and actually do the work that I'm encouraging you to do, then don't expect huge results, okay? I'm just being transparent. If you do the modules and you print the homework and you go to work, working LinkedIn, LinkedIn will start working you. And before you know it, you're going to have a plethora of new business builders on your team, and you're going to be so giddy that there was no convincing. They were in it to win it from the day you found them on LinkedIn, okay? All right, so I think that's it for this first welcome video. So just keep in mind, to date, right now you have about 9 modules assigned to you. You will be paced out based on your program, so make sure you check your welcome email and talk to your concierge to make sure you're clear on where you should be. And then secondly, there was one other thing I was going to say, and that is that be sure that you stay engaged and you're checking in on the Zooms. That is going to be a place, depending on the timing of your calls, there's going to be a place for you to have some live dynamic coaching. It's going to help keep you paced out with your cohorts, that you're all doing your work accordingly. And the last thing I was going to say that escaped me for a moment is that as at the point of this recording, there are 9 modules. But it's very likely that before you wrap up your training, there will be more modules added, because we're constantly doing new live trainings on LinkedIn as things change. I know LinkedIn has just opened up with stories. We're going to be doing some training on article writing. We're going to be doing some training on algorithms and automation for posting. So all of that's going to be to come. And so just keep your eyes out that there may be some more modules added before you ever even graduate. And they may even stream live into your private Facebook group, depending on what group you're in. Okay? I'm so excited to be on this journey with you. I am honored that you've chosen this program and you've trusted me to help you, mentor you to grow and scale your LinkedIn business, your LinkedIn network, to grow and scale your business. And I can't wait to see you on our live calls. Okay.